Top of the morning to you. Welcome to our Cochise County Sports Show. I'm Dave Davies. That's Paul Corder. We're going to finish up our basketball review of the season this year, and then we have some pretty big announcements. So you might want to stick around.
Oh, for sure, for sure. First of all, in the header, Dave, the all-COCHISEAN team for Cochise County is coming out for basketball at the end of the regular season. We usually wait. We've waited until after the postseason to do this, but that kind of convolutes running into different sports and things like that, so we thought, get it at the end of the season.
Not only that, the Buena Colts might be playing basketball until like August.
Exactly. Like, there's no joke about that.
But, next week we will be having our Cochise County baseball preview show. We will have a special guest for that as well. Everybody knows that it's baseball time around here in Cochise County. We have a little bit of basketball left to finish up, though. A little bit.
Oh, for sure, for sure. A lot of postseason happened, especially last night. A few girls' teams got some things done. We've lost two of our boys' team, which is sad because there was only three in the postseason, so we have one team carrying that flag for Cochise County. But before we get into the show, we'd like to thank Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista. They provide non-medical home care to all of Cochise and Santa Cruz County. 520-685-1035. If you struggle with activities of daily living, if it's hard for you to shower, hard for you to get dressed, go to the privy or the bathroom, call Synergy Home Care and get your care journey started today.
And it's been some years now, so, but look behind us, Sierra Vista Golf Center, Pueblo Del Sol. It's February. It's 70 degrees outside. The driving range is free. I don't know what other excuse you need.
It's 70 degrees in the sun. Kind of feels like 40 in the shade today,
yeah, right?
That's on me. That's my fault.
No, it's gorgeous out there. The driving range, the new driving range, I'm looking right at it. It's free. Come down here to Sierra Vista Golf Center at Pueblo Del Sol. Get your free driving range on. Get your cheap golf on. Get the Vista Plus card. Cheap beverages. Cheap everything. I mean, it's just things have just changed. Where now golf is so accessible to everybody. And it's the biggest growing sport in America.
Well, I think what you said was the most exciting part is that driving range. And it's free for, another week? Another week, it's free. And, I mean, when did you ever think you'd have a Top Golf type situation coming to Sierra Vista, Arizona?
For free.
For free, for a week.
So let's do some shooty hoops. Like you said, we have only one boys team left. By the way, we have been given full authorization. We will be covering the Buena Colts on Friday.
Video and audio.
For the home playoff game, baby. So we'll see you in Buena. Hopefully it matches half the excitement of that Cienega game last Friday. That was a heck of a game.
Man, I hope so too.
That was what a game.
I wish I could have been there.
What an atmosphere that was.
What a crowd, man. What a crowd at Buena.
Let's start with the Buena boys and talk about a Cienega game. Let's talk about that.
I didn't write anything down for the boys. You were there.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's talk about. So the Buena Colts and Cienega Bobcats are so evenly matched that game must have had 12 lead changes. It went back and forth, back and forth. It was a tie ball game with about 3 minutes left, and Julian Duran hit not one, but two huge three-point bombs to really give Buena Colts some momentum, and they finished it with a couple of Booker dunks. Booker finished with over 20 points. It was a beautiful game over their rivals to win the region. So the Buena Colts were in the playoffs. We'll see you on Friday. By the way, I saw the team they're playing. They're like 17-11. So we're going to win on Friday. We're going to the second round.
You can control. Keep your heads in there, boys, and get to work. You guys got it. Let's go over to our other two boys team because I think most people are here for the ladies in basketball. There's a lot of ladies teams that were there. St. David made it. San Simone made it. Tombstone, of course, made it. Wilcox, Benson made it. The Buena girls made it to the play-in that they will be playing tonight. And then, of course, Douglas got a play-in bye and made it all the way, the Lady Bulldogs, to the postseason already. So stay tuned.
Buena is on the road tonight, right?
Yes, at North.
Okay.
Northern, or whatever it is. But
for the
boys.
No, excuse me. They're playing Thursday. They're playing Thursday at North.
Are you sure? It is. That's right. I saw that.
The Buena girls finished their season 9-13, 4-6 in their region. They beat Cienega.
That's all that matters.
46-39.
It's Ohio State and Michigan.
Yeah, right. Like they won the Cienega game, and so they are playing Thursday at North. North finished the season 20-5, so that is going to be a very tough test for the Buena Lady Colts. But hey, that's what we play the whole season for, to get ready for these games.
So I'm not in. We'll go back over to the boys. I'm not so sure. I did look at the final score for Max Preps, and ALA Sierra Vista, I think, is out of the postseason if Coach Williams or can message us and confirm that, because I couldn't find the schedule on CAA Preps. It's an up-and-coming athletic organization. They don't have everything in order right now. But I do believe ALA and CJ Williams, Porter Jones, the boys, they're going to be done with basketball this year, except for maybe. And you never know. And then going over to the St. David boys team. You remember St. David last we checked in on them, Dave. They lost Gannon Carafa with a broken arm. Of course, first team All-State.
Injuries really knocked us out this year in basketball.
And you're absolutely right. In the 57-40, the St. David Tigers come up short against Williams. We do have Keston Richardson for another couple of years, but I'm sure the boys really, really wanted to get this done this year with the Twin Towers they have out in St. David. Yeah,
like I said, injury bug is a big one for us in basketball this year. We lost some big players, but Gannon Carafa, trust me, we didn't forget about you, brother.
Well, if you want to, if St. David wants some good news. So I'm friends with Dalton Crockett on Facebook. This is why I add up every high school athlete on Facebook. This exact reason. Dalton Crockett, as petty as anyone could be, there was a radio show that said St. David's going to be upset in the playing game. They're defending state champions.
For the girls.
They're the 4 seed. They have. So Dalton Crockett shared that on his story. The St. David Lady Tigers against who was it? Sorry. Against Music Mountain, won 51-10. So if you didn't think that hit Gracie Crockett and the girls, you were sadly mistaken. Lady Tigers move on to the next round, the official postseason.
What hat am I wearing today? I can't. Can you tell me, because I can't see it from here? Oh, that's right. Let's go, girls. Defending champs.
Just kidding. They beat. you said Dishkabalki.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I couldn't pronounce that team. That's
66-32. I was wondering, because San Simone, the Lady Longhorns as well, went into Duncan and lost by 2 points.
Yeah, 24-26.
Oh, it was tough. Yeah. Anyway, Dave, you got any stats? It's right after the game. So
no, there's no stats. But I did. So I don't have any stats on the game, but we do know that they were victorious. So I'm sure the St. David Power Hour will let us know. But yeah, San Simone, unfortunately, losing by 2. That's going to take care of their season for them.
Great run.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Wilcox Cowgirls. They finished their year 21-8, but they did lose their playoff game to ALA 34-59. I just want to say congratulations to our seniors on those teams. Darlene Cesena, Yasmin Sabalos, Maddie Bennett, and Gabby Galaz. Congratulations on your great careers. I was thinking about last night. We got to interview just about all these teams in victories.
Right.
And so we got to interview the Wilcox Cowgirls, the Cowboys, all these teams. So I'm so glad that we got to represent all of Cochise County this year with these interviews. Another one of our teams that did not make it through is going to be the Lady Bobcats. They did finish their year 19-11. They did beat SPA last week 27-25, but last night was their playoff game. They lost to St. John's 29-49.
Tough team, the St. John's. We saw them last year.
Yeah. But congratulations to Aubrey Moon, Jalen De La Cruz, and Kaylee Taylor. Great years, great careers. So let's get to the good news. The Tombstone Lady Yellow Jackets, baby. 25-5. They beat Morenci last week, and then last night they played in a playoff game against Mojave Accelerated, and they won that game easily, 43-25. So congratulations on the Tombstone Lady Yellow Jackets.
That was a game for the first half
For the first half.
And then Rachel Thursby and the girls decided that was enough of a ball game.
Yeah.
It's time to put it away.
That was the first half. It was kind of competitive, and then it just got really ugly really quickly. We are at Miami on Friday. Tombstone Lady Yellow Jackets. You know what it is. Go win the
Not that Miami.
No,
not that Miami.
No, not that Miami. Miami, Arizona, which is 3 hours away. I figured it's northeast of Tucson. I looked it up last night.
Oh, there you go. Because you were going to go. We were here trying to get us to go for sure. I mean, if we can do video, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know. But yeah, congratulations.
I think Jeff's got the Tombstone, so he might make that trip. I don't know.
Whoever, if someone does, hopefully. It's just a lot for a radio broadcast. We know we can't pull in the numbers that we normally get for the radio broadcast. Why we weren't in St. David, and St. David Tigers, their fans are always out there, so then nobody really watches. But yeah, I think that's we got the Douglas lady.
Douglas, that's the last one. 23-3 on the year. They beat Choya 94-20. They will be at Millennium, who is a 19-6 team for their playoff game.
That's the open bracket.
The open bracket.
So that's the open bracket. So we go ahead, continue.
No, you're good. In that Choya game, Carolina Anguiano, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. Francia Rubia, 13 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 6 steals. And Renata Othen, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 10 steals.
New name.
So the Douglas Lady Bulldogs, go get what's yours.
Yeah, for sure. And now this is for Coach Clint Hill, and this is the trick. We talked to Coach Baker about it. Do you want to pull your full effort forward in this first game and get knocked out of the state championship? They're going to be at home a lot for the state championship until the quarters, where I think we go to different places or the semis. So we're going to be at home a lot for the Douglas City Bulldogs. You said they're playing the number 2 ranked team in the open bracket, 5A, 6A, 4A. It encompasses 2A, 1A. We know the Tigers of St. David were ranked in that open bracket a little bit. Tombstone was ranked in that open bracket a little bit. So it's going to be, you got to take into account, Arizona's big, and the travel is a lot, especially for high school kids.
Yeah. You have 5 and 6 hour travel days sometimes.
Oh, it's brutal. That was Benson going up to St. John's. I think it was like 5.5 hours away. Behind the scenes, we were talking about the games that we could do yesterday, and there was Tombstone, and they were just like, "Hey, you want to go up to?" Well, I mean, like the closest team's 5.5 hours away, so I'm not so sure we can make that happen.
We love our
today.
kids and all, but I mean, that's just it's tough to ask that of the kids.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, but yeah. So we have a couple of fish left to fry.
We do have a comment in the chat. Amy Lee Evans says Emmeline Hawkes lit it up last night. And last night's games with the threes. What a segue, because so we don't know what the postseason schedule is going to be next week for the Lady Bobcats. We know Tombstone is at home.
Bobcats. I thought they lost last night.
I mean, Lady Bulldogs. I knew once I said it, I knew it was wrong. But congratulations to the teams that are still in. The Buena Boys, who we'll see Friday. Thursday, Buena Lady Colts are going up to Phoenix, Arizona. North Phoenix, I think, because that's the college name. Benson got knocked out. Wilcox got knocked out. Congratulations, St. David Lady Tigers and Douglas Lady Bulldogs, and those are the ones that are still left in the postseason.
Yeah, we got a couple teams hanging around, but I mean, again, our biggest fish would be the Buena Colts. They are looking at what did Zeus Pacheco say in the post-game interview. They sent me over the seniors at the Cienega game. They only had one thing to say: we're winning the 5A chip. That's what Zeus Pacheco had to say. So it's going to start on Friday with the Buena Colts. They got to win 4 games to win this whole thing. We're going to win the one on Friday, and we're going to move on from there.
That's what we like to hear, Dave. That's what we like to hear. We do have another comment in the chat. We have Amy Lee Evans back, says 5 threes and 2 were called 2-pointers from Emmeline Hawkes. Another Hawkes. What are you going to do?
The Hawkes factory of St. David, Arizona.
The Hawkes family dynasty. That's going to do it for our recaps, folks. Just a very short recap. But now, the moment everyone's been waiting for, the all-Cochisian basketball teams are announced right now. I have graphics made that will go up on Cool FM Live Sports later today for sure. Dave, as you know, this is a rich tapestry. So there's a few tiebreakers that come in. For instance, if I think a freshman and a senior are the same caliber, I'm going to obviously give it to the senior. And the girls, I'll tell you, a little bit more difficult than the boys, because the boys, we had the exact same. You put in 20 people, and I was like, yeah, that's it. It's just where they go. That's what we have to fit. Yeah. But the girls, I actually had to leave some girls off, and I felt really, really bad about it until I saw the all-region teams come out. Even the teams that we didn't get to broadcast a lot, I'm like, oh, they think like me. All right, cool.
Yeah. So, again, it's just our little thing. We do our best for you. We just want to show out some recognitions. And stick around. Again, we're going to have a little bit of an announcement after we announce these all-Cochisian teams.
Yeah, it might tie into the all-Cochisian teams. You never know. Maybe
you might want to stick around.
Maybe there's some athletic ventures still coming. Who knows?
I did some hard work for y'all, and hopefully it pays off in a big way.
That's one thing I will give you a lot of credit for is this is Dave Davies' baby. I think behind the scenes a lot gets lost of what you do. This one has been 100% Dave. Anyway, so here we go. All-Cochisian basketball team. Do we start with the 4th or the 1st?
No, you start with the 4th. And
we're going to go 4th team recognitions. We'll start with the ladies.
Yep.
And we have 2 guards and 3 forwards in this 4th team.
We love doing these all-Cochisian teams, by the way.
Fun.
We love doing this.
Guard. From Tombstone, Briella Schuler, 4th team All-Cochisian team.
I didn't even look at the team, like where you put them, 4th. All right.
Oh, it's a lot.
Above her.
Again, this is
Briella. Great year for Briella.
This was tough. Next we have guard This is one of the controversial ones. Sophomore from the Valley Union Blue Devils, Kylie Gilbreth. Congratulations, Kylie Gilbreth.
No controversy there at all. Heard that name all year.
Yeah, exactly, sophomore. And I actually we finally got to watch the Valley Union Blue Devils play. And if they didn't have five ladies on the team, I saw the way they played. If they could have just gotten 2 minutes of rest per half, that team would have done some
multiple
damage.
games this year where they were running a 5-girl squad.
Next, fourth team, all Cochisian, forward from the Wilcox Cowgirls, Gabby Galas.
Senior, Gabby. Good work, Gabby.
Forward from the St. David Tigers, already mentioned once on our show, Emmeline Hawkes.
3-point specialist, yes, absolutely.
And B specialist, she's a Hawkes. That's only going to go up. She's only a junior now?
I think she's a junior now.
Yeah, so she can be the leader of the team next year, along with Emma Hart, who we might see. We might see later. And finally, rounding out our fourth team, forward from the Bisbee Pumas, Isabella Solis.
Big game in that last game against Morenci to take them down.
For sure, I'm going to check the chat right now, see what the live reactions are for our fourth team. Reina Galvez says, yes, she did. Talking about three-pointers, I do believe.
I'll pull it up so you can say on that.
All right. We're going to move over to our third team, all Cochisian ladies teams. And again, folks, stick around for the graphics of Cool FM Live Sports. I worked hard on that one. You know how hard it is to find pictures of these athletes? Anyway.
That's what we actually had a fight over one of those. I was like, that's not him. And you're like, yes, it is.
He's wearing 21.
It's not the right number.
Oh, man. The things we fight about. Third team, 2 guards, 3 forwards in this team as well. First guard might be a little bit low. London Richardson from the Buena Colts.
Okay.
You're going to say that until you hear the names that are ahead of her.
I'm going to let you do your thing. But yes, London's had a great year this year.
Well, we talked about sophomore from Valley Union, Kylie Gilbreth. How about freshman from the Tombstone Lady Yellow Jackets, Damaris Alvarez, who put on a show last night.
Yeah, she did. And she's going to be, again, Tombstone, Coach V has them just rolling right now. She's a big part of that.
Shout out Coach V. Oh, I didn't put coaches on here.
No,
well. Forward. This is controversial. Should probably have her higher. But we never got to see him play. San Simone Lady Longhorns, Holly Keel.
Yeah, this
forward.
A name that we know. Again, never got to put eyes on her because I still don't know where San Simone is.
Well, there's a couple teams that had really good progress that only had one player, so that's where I was kind of a little bit iffy about. But the teams are made. This is where they stay. Forward. From the Douglas Lady Bulldogs, Carolina Anguiano.
Yes, sir.
Just a junior.
Yeah, again, Douglas Lady Bulldogs. Look at title aspirations, baby. Beat Choi at 90-10.
And forward, surprising entry, because nobody followed the Breen Academy Lady Eagles around. Kamara Golden for the Lady Eagles.
A name that I mentioned a couple of times this year. Absolutely.
That's basically how I did it. It's like, I remember Dave talking a lot about these people. Congratulations to all our third teamers, London Richardson, Damaris Alvarez, Holly Keel, Carolina Anguiano, and Kamara Golden. Spoiler, we're not done with the Lady Bulldogs.
Are you going to let me announce the boys? Are you going to let me do that?
No.
It's your thing.
I want to do it. You know all about the boys. You're going to do a lot of reactions. We should really plan our shows out before we go. We should have at least a conversation. All right, let's get into the second team for the all-Cochisian basketball team. Second team starting off 2 guards, 3 forwards. First guard could have started, but, you see the people in front of her. Guard for the St. David Tigers, Emma Hart.
Leading scorer for the St. David Lady Tigers.
We do have a few recognitions.
The champs!
A few recognitions. Spoiler, Emma Hart's Offensive Player of the Year. That's how hard it is to crack the number one, the first team, but I think you're going to agree with everyone on there. Second guard from the Bisbee Pumas, Alyssa Lopez.
Alyssa Lopez. You know what? There has been one person that I ran across in the last 5 days that I actually told the announcement to, and that was Alyssa Lopez and her family at Texas
Roadhouse. Forward from the Wilcox Cowgirls, Maddie Bennett.
Maddie Bennett, the senior. Oh, she's so good. Got to interview her this year. Very proud of her.
Forward from the St. David Lady Tigers, Gracie Crockett.
Absolutely. You're the champs. You got a lot of people on the old COCHISEAN team. So that was when you win us a ring.
There's 3 St. David Tigers.
My
There's
daughter's calling me right now. Doesn't she know what I do on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock? That's funny.
And
should I put her
finally,
on blast and answer it on the show? Hold on, let me do this.
I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, you're on Cool FM Live on our Tuesday sports show. How's it going, Kayla?
All right. Second team. Rounding out our second team forward for the Valley Union Blue Devils, Lexi Boss.
Lexi Boss, absolutely. Such a good player. I wish Valley Union just had more of a squad this year.
I believe Lexi was a first-teamer last year as well, so injuries happen. But congratulations to our second teamers, Emma Hart, Alyssa Lopez, Maddie Bennett, Gracie Crockett, and Lexi Boss.
Yes, sir.
And finally, the first team All-Cochisian Lady Basketball Team for Cool FM Live. 3 guards, 2 forwards. Our only 3-guard lineup. Didn't even see that. Starting for the Tombstone Lady Yellow Jackets, Rachel Thursby.
I never forget anything. Michelle Thursby, thank you for that buffalo chicken pasta. Don't eat the hot sauce.
Starting at guard for the Douglas Lady Bulldogs, Francia Rubio.
49 points in the game last week. Not too shabby.
Might be player of the year. You never know. Stay tuned for our recognition show.
I say, I don't know how she is.
Starting at guard for the Douglas Lady Bulldogs, Scarlett Ruiz.
Absolutely. Okay. Oh, man. All right, yep. Sorry, I'm excited about the thing.
Starting at forward, we can even say center, for the Buena Lady Colts, Isis Perez.
Absolutely, Isis Perez. Good morning. Isis Perez had a huge year for the Buena because she was unstoppable at times.
And finally, starting at forward, for the Benson Lady Bobcats, Kaylee Taylor.
They have Mr. 3000 in the movies, and they have Mrs. 1000 in Benson, Arizona, and that would be Kaylee Taylor.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you for scoring that 999th point in front of us, Kaylee. We really appreciated that.
It's like a weight's been lifted off my shoulder releasing these. We try to keep these secret for so long. So, congratulations to all 20 of our All-Cochisian team members. Rachel Thursby, Francia Rubio, Scarlett Ruiz, Isis Perez, Kaylee Taylor, Emma Hart, Alyssa Lopez, Maddie Bennett, Gracie Crockett, Lexi Boss, London Richardson, Damaris Alvarez, Holly Keel, Carolina Anguiano, Kamar Golden, Briella Schuler, Kylie Gilbreth, Gabriella Galaz, Emmeline Jaquez, and Isabella Solis. My name trouble did not get me on that whole rundown.
So a lot of talent around here. Somebody should do something with that.
Yeah, you never know. That's a great idea. I like the way your brain's thinking. Maybe something's in the works, so I don't know.
A lot of talent. All right, let's do some boys.
Let's do the boys' teams.
The boys' teams are so tough. There's so many of them. There's gonna be 5 names at least that I don't hear right now. I'm gonna be like, wait, but what about him?
Dave started a project and basically sent me all the players that he wanted for this project, maybe. And turns out it's the same people who we like-minded individuals on the All-Cochisian basketball team. Let's start with the 4th team. And we have 3 guards, 2 forwards, and I cannot say enough about this program, starting with guard from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, Kobe Collins. And the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, double-digit wins. We talked to Coach Baker, who's got a lot of ties in there, and he said, what a year for the program on the upswing.
Absolutely. And Kobe with one of the best ball fakes in the business. Like Kobe will ball fake you all day long. Never know where that kid's going with the ball.
Guard. This is going to be interesting. Forward, guard freshman from the Guardians of ALA Sierra Vista, Porter Jones.
The kid scores 20 a game.
It's not just CJ.
I know. I kept hearing you say his name, and I finally go to the ALA game. I'm like, who is that? And they're like, Porter Jones. And I'm like, oh, Porter Jones.
Guard from the Wilcox Cowboys, J.D. Wetton.
That's my boy right there. That kid's going to be something. That kid, as soon as he goggled us on that play, I was like, that kid's going to be something else.
Forward from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, Jabari Thomas.
Yep. A couple of Yellow Jackets making it. Well
Jabari
deserved.
Thomas, All-Cochisian first-team wide receiver in football. I love his athleticism. Kid can finish at the rim. And, I mean, we're looking for an alt-hair team. We got Kobe and Jabari on the same team. You know?
We got 5 of them on Buena that qualify for that.
Forward for the Benson Bobcats, Harley Van Warmer.
Defensive presence for the Benson Bobcats. Another fun player to watch this year. The kid that doesn't do the stats. He just fills it up. He fills it up defensively.
He does the rebounding stats, which is what I like. Rebounding and defense.
Gerald Morgan has joined us this morning.
So just to let you know, it's not all point scoring.
No. Harley Van Warmer does everything else that you want him to do.
And thank you to all the coaches who keep their stats on MaxPress. It made it a lot easier for us to do this. But, yeah, congratulations to Kobe Collins, Porter Jones, J.D. Wett, Jabari Thomas, and Harley Van Warmer, 4th team All-Cochisian. Now, getting over to our 3rd team, a lineup of 3 guards and 2 forwards. We'll start off with guard Hunter Wright from the Bisbee Pumas.
Yeah, heck yeah, Hunter Wright came on this year in the second half of the year. Started getting that confidence in the offense. Started whopping from 3.
Guard from the St. David Tigers, Braden Posey.
Oh, there's a name I did not see. Okay, Braden. All right. I know what you did this year. I haven't reviewed this list, by the way. All right, there was like 3 names.
Oh, that's right. We couldn't get it sent to you.
Yeah.
I sent it like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, Braden Posey. I like the addition.
People are sitting here like, we need to. I can't go into detail on that. I was trying to get it to you guys.
No, bro. I like seeing
for
Braden
our
on that
announcement,
list,
folks. A big one. Guard from the Douglas Bulldogs, Elmer Maturana.
Yes, there we go. That kid is the glue of the Douglas team. He's not the best player. He's the glue.
You want an early prediction? Bruno Maturana, 1st team All-Cochise next year. Okay. Stay tuned, Douglas Bulldogs.
Okay.
I saw him play. I finally got to see him play. I mean, we saw him early in the season. Yeah,
Okay.
Ooh, my guy.
Okay.
My guy. He's good. Forward for the Benson Bobcats, Dawson Judd.
Absolutely. The leader of the Benson Bobcats.
And the first, but certainly not the last, of our Buena Colts 3rd team forward, Thomas Cooper Flagwelker.
Thomas is starting to really come on. We're going to need you, number 21. We're going to need you in a big way. We want to win this whole thing. Thomas Welker's going to have to be a part of that.
Shout out to the Buena Colts. So the Buena Colts, that's going to be the first of their record-setting. I can't say how many players they have, but at the same time, they have the most. The Buena Boys Colts team has more than the Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Tigers of St. David. So there we go. Now we're going to get over to the 2nd teamers. 2 guards, 3 forwards in this team. Starting off with guard from the Benson Bobcats, Dominic Villa.
Dominic Villa got back-to-back interviews this year, so congratulations to Dominic Villa. I mean, he had a couple of really good games. Had a really good year.
Before I move on to the 2nd team, congratulations, Hunter Wright, Braden Posey, Elmer Maturana, Dawson Judd, and Thomas Welker. We were interrupted. Don't worry about it, folks. Starting.
Keeping it classy.
Their 2nd team, no kidding. Guard for the Douglas Bulldogs, Ryan Felix.
Of course. So, yeah, very excited to see Ryan Felix on the team.
Forward for the Buena Colts, Kingston Clark.
Bomba Claude, baby. Another player that we're going to need so bad to get through this whole thing. But, man, I can't complain the post like a guard like nobody's business.
Forward for the Wilcox Cowboys, Caden Hooper.
The Hooper. Caden Hooper, if this reaches you out there, I heard that you injured your leg. I'm very sorry to hear that. I know you're a senior. That's a terrible way to, again, injury bug really got us this year.
And finally, rounding out the team forward for the St. David Tigers, Gannon Carafa.
Absolutely. Another injured player, a broken arm. Again, great year, though. So, congratulations, Gannon Carafa.
So, congratulations to all our 2nd teamers for the All-Cochisian team. Guard Dominic Villa, guard Ryan Felix, Kingston Clark, Caden Hooper, and Gannon Carafa.
Yes, sir. All right. I know the Big Five. I already know who they are.
No surprise here. What is surprising is there's 4 forwards and 1 guard on this team. So, good luck to our starting guard for the 1st team All-Cochisian team.
Let me take a wild guess.
Starting
ALA.
from ALA Sierra Vista Guardian, C.J. Williams.
Over in the nation, C.J. Williams. Yes, sir. Again, I got to put eyes on the kid.
In the nation.
I mean, I've got to put eyes on the kid. The kid is the real deal. He is the total package. He goes the hole like a pro. The kid's the real deal.
Starting at forward from the Bisbee Pumas, Sebastian Lopez.
Sebastian Lopez. Such a good player. Such a good player. Such a good natural athlete.
For sure. Starting for the Buena Colts, forward Jamin Booker.
What are you going to do? Number 14, baby. Taking us to a title.
Starting at forward for the Douglas Bulldogs, forward Diego Lopez. Might be Offensive Player of the Year in the 4A Gia. Who knows?
That's a tough one, but yeah. Oh, on the 4A Gia. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we don't have all the recognitions, but I have had a sneak preview of all the recognitions for the teams, which is why I was so excited about putting it down because, again, like-minded. AIA, Paul, we think alike, except for the disrespect about the Douglas Bulldogs, who should have been in the postseason, but they didn't. Hey, they held it. And I talked to Coach Docto, and he said, we had it, and we lost it ourselves. And that's just what it is.
Yep.
And let's finish out the starting five for our all-Cochisian team forward from the Buena Colts, Jesus Pacheco.
Zeus Pacheco. If Buena wins this whole thing, it's going to go through Zeus Pacheco.
Well, they got two first-team all-Cochisians, Jamin Booker and Zeus Pacheco. They also have an all-Cochisian second-teamer in Kingston Clark and an all-Cochisian in Thomas Welker on the third team. And I'll tell you what, it was hard to keep a fifth player out for the Buena Colts. But there's only 20 spots, and, I felt like that would have been over.
It's tough when you're a top 8 team in the freaking state. You know what I mean? It's tough. We could have just been the Buena Colt Hour. It could have been. But
should have been. We do the Buena Cold Hour all year with Dennis Baker.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dennis Baker, for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Coach Baker, again for joining us all season long. Wasn't able to join us this morning for our last basketball show of the year, but thank you, Coach Baker. You were a wonderful addition, and we'll be seeing you very soon. So that being said, that's the all-Cochisian teams?
That's both all-Cochisian teams. Congratulations. Let me run it down one more time for the boys because I did it for the girls. C.J. Williams, Sebastian Lopez, Jamin Booker, Diego Lopez, Jesus Pacheco, Dominic Villa, Ryan Felix, Kingston Clark, Caden Hooper, Gannon Carafa, Hunter Wright, Braden Posey. I messed one up. I knew I was going to do that. Elmer Matarina, Dawson Judd, Thomas Welker, Kobe Collins, Porter Jones, J.D. Wett, Jabari Thomas, and Harley Van Warmer. Congratulations to our all-Cochisian team. They've not lost on me. Between the boys and girls, every school represented.
Mm-hmm. We try to do that, but they did it themselves. Like they earned their way onto these teams. We don't give anything out, just for ceremony. So, that being said, Paul Corder, Coach Baker, and I started talking one day. This thing that we could possibly do. I realized, wait a minute, we know everybody around these parts now. So I made some phone calls. Coach Alex Montilla. We are going to host our first ever Cochise County Girls and Boys All-Star Game in Benson, Arizona on March 29th. We're going to be selecting. We're going to have a live draft here on Cool FM. Paul and I, we've already been working on this. My team will be coached by Coach Montillo along with another one of our coaches. We haven't figured out. Your team is going to be coached by Coach Baker. We'll also have Coach Williams and Coach Sufavi as coaches on these teams as well. But we're going to draft teams. We're going to have an all-star game in Benson, Arizona on March 29th. Girls and boys. So be keeping a lookout because we're going to be handing out selection certificates. And as soon as we can get the participation announced from all the kids, we're a full go, baby. We got referees, we got the gym, we got the date, we got everything ready to go. All we need is you kids to want to participate.
Everything is set on our end.
On our end, yeah. So we're gonna be announcing who our all-star selections are. We're gonna hand you a certificate, and if you're able to participate, we're gonna host ourselves an all-star game in Benson, Arizona on March 29th. Never been done before around here. I was like, you know what? Let's put in a little bit of work. Let's get this thing done. I've talked with every coach that we have in Cochise County. They're all on board. Everybody's ready to go and send their kids to go play this thing. So no liability issues. It's just if the kids want to play or not.
That's amazing. When we first. We've had these ideas forever, and now we get to get them in fruition. And shout out one more time, Coach, for the Brand Academy Eagles football team, Jalen Hampton. He was the one that came up to us after we did our first All-Cochisian, which nobody knows about last year. We did these 3 times over. Maybe people started paying attention during baseball. But he's like, it'd be great is if we could get all these kids together to play. And football's a little more difficult.
Yeah, football is impossible.
That is a collision sport. That's a lot of insurance. That's a lot of liabilities.
A lot of equipment.
It's not just a waiver, I don't think, to sign and it's equipment.
But basketball, when we only have to select 8 or 9 kids, to get them out there. It's a lot easier. If this is a success, and it will be, we're going to try to do it for baseball as well.
I would agree with that.
But Benson has a dual gym set up over there, so we don't have to keep the kids there all day. They can have their hour practices. We can play our games, get in and out of there. You know, it's going to be a blast. It's going to be an absolute blast. The Cochise County All-Star Games in Benson, Arizona, March 29th. Shout out to Coach Baker for help brainchilding this thing. Shout out to Alex Montillo. I called him up.
Without him, we wouldn't have refs because I guarantee they don't like you. I know for a fact the rest don't like you.
I called Alex up and I was like, hey, you know, this is something we want to do. And he said, abso-freaking-lutely, whatever you need. I didn't get 1 inch of resistance in trying to put this thing together at all. Everybody's completely on board. They love what we do. They're excited to showcase these kids.
Yeah, what a time to be
alive.
alive.
I know Coach V has already accepted coaching one of the girls' teams, so we just have one of the girls' coach that we're going to reach out to and get them on board as well. So, of course,
Coach Valenzuela from the
he's coaching one of the girls. He's already talked to him about it. He's excited.
Well, there's a couple candidates for the other girls' team. I think it's a long drive, but if the girls are making it, maybe Clint Hill from the Douglas Lady Bulldogs, because he just, I guess he's retiring now.
Oh.
And what a program he's built. They're going to retire. They're going to send him out on a state championship. That's going to be a wild ride.
Probably ask him then. But
of course, we have
hope you folks are.
Courtney from Borquez, but she's
unfortunately unavailable.
She's athletic director for the Pumas.
Yeah. She's got bigger fish to fry. But again, I hope you folks are half as excited as we are. Again, Cochise County Basketball All-Star Game, March 29th in Benson, Arizona.
All the way.
We're going to be doing a fundraiser. What's up?
Coach Hill can't make it. Coach Brogan from the St. David Tiger.
Oh, there you go.
He would love to do it.
You know, but we're going to be doing this as a fundraiser for the Benson High School. So there's going to be like a small admission fee, but all of the money is going to go to the Benson High School. So we're going to make it a huge thing. Hope you folks are excited. I'm very, very excited.
I know I'm excited. I've never seen a work ethic from Dave Davies like I saw in this last month. And I was like, oh, this guy really wants it to happen.
Yes.
Hey, this is, again, I'm going to deflect because I'm sure there's people in certain circles like, what'd you do, Paul? I'm like, nothing. This has all been Dave. I'm just going to, well, we can't, you don't want to announce that part of it. I'm just going to, nothing.
That's what part?
It has to do with the invites, but we're not going to get into that.
No. But yes, we will be handing out, or we will be making sure that you kids get invite certificates. And again, once you RSVP, we're a full go, baby. So let's go play some basketball. I can't wait to watch all of our kids in one place playing against each other. The coaches are so excited to get their hands. Like I said, Coach Baker, we're going to draft teams. I know there's one player in particular that Coach Baker really wants for your team, and that's Sebastian Lopez, because he's been hearing about this kid all year. He wants him on his team. I know that he does.
Hey, so this bleeping guy right here has been telling me, I'm going to do this, that. I haven't discussed word one of my drafting. I'm taking this very seriously.
Coach Montillo and I have our strategies. We know what we want to do.
And, of course, it will be an exhibition game, folks, and we've already laid it out with the coaches. All the kids are going to get to play substantial minutes.
Absolutely.
And they're going to play hard. They're going to play. It's not going to be an all-star game. They're going to play defense. It's not going to be the NBA all-star game.
No, not that. Definitely not that.
At the same time, we're going to try to get all the kids in because they all deserve it. They're all very talented.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, again, be on the lookout for your invite, children. We're going to see if we can get y'all in that gym and play some basketball.
Oh, that would be amazing. And if someone tags San Simone Longhorns, because I doubt there's one person in San Simone who knows we exist yet. But it's time. It doesn't, we can't just expand. We can't just cover a team and think they're going to find us already. But that's going to, man, what an announcement that is. And, of course, don't miss next week. Obviously, the Buena Colts are still going to be playing basketball. The Lady Bulldogs are going to be playing basketball. Hopefully, the Lady Colts are going to be playing basketball. They have a tough one up at North. But, they got London Richardson, Isis Perez, Kashari Bull, and Baker.
Hopefully, all 5 of them are still on their feet.
Exactly. St. David, Tombstone. Come on. Everyone get it done. We need more rings for Cochise County. We need people to start recognizing.
Yeah. Well, they provided us a handful of them already. But
next week, I'm pretty sure we're going to be transitioning into the spring sports.
Yes. Baseball week next week.
Baseball week, our preview
on the show as well.
Get ready for that.
Will be joining us for every third show throughout the baseball season. But the biggest baseball expert I can get my hands on, that's who's going to be our guest.
I love watching baseball with this guy. Well, that's going to do it for our high school coverage. Congratulations to all of our All-Cochisian players. Again, folks, the graphics will go up on Cool FM Live Sports just as soon as I get the chance to do it, and you can see the sweet stuff that we had made for the kids. That's going to do it for our high school coverage. Dave, do you have any questions for me?
I had 2, but nothing real big. This was our big part of the show, so we can get out of here. We'll do this quickly. There's a TV door I left over here. What do you think about the TGL? Do you like the TGL? This would be the indoor golf simulator league that was created by Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. Do you like this at all? Is this working for you?
Shorter answer is no. Long answer is it has potential, but it's like a video game. So there's a lot that goes into it. So they zoom in on the shot and where it's going to go, and it's got the follow camera, which for me, when I do golf, I don't even use the follow camera because I like, a real immersive feeling. I shot the shot, we're going to go find it or whatever. So they zoom in on the shot and have nothing else, and it's just this video game screen. Now, if esports in golf would be successful, they would have done it already. So aesthetically, that's not what people like to see already. The event space they put it in looks like a warehouse. They haven't churched it up at all. And the crowd obviously has to be behind the players because if you have them in the front screen, they're going to get hit by an errant golf ball.
Yeah.
Despite pros, they shake them too. It is what it is. So I do have fixes that we could do to make it more aesthetically pleasing. I like the idea of the green, the bunker, and everything. But they're having trouble out of those simulated bunkers. Like their short games are bad. Like nobody has a short game on these TGL things. I noticed that. Like they're having a lot of issues with short game on that. Yeah.
Because you're taking the feel out of it. You know what I mean? Like you said, because of simulation, it's not like, when you're on the golf course, you can kind of feel the shots that you need.
I guess I don't know what it would be, but at the same time, it's just right now it's just not for me. It's 4v4. Everyone's like, you need him talking trash or whatever. I'm like, it's golf, man.
Yeah, right.
Again, it has potential. When I first heard this idea, I think the idea came a couple years ago. Tiger and Rory were working on this, and I thought it was going to be like a traveling thing. You go to stadiums or whatever, and it's going to be outdoors, and I think a lot of it is the lighting. This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
The sun shining down is
like
gorgeous.
You said, they're playing in a warehouse.
So,
yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion on it. I don't like it. I tried to watch it, and I'll watch anything with Tiger Woods in it,
yes.
And I couldn't get through half of it without being like, I'm good here.
My other question for you: football is over. What are you doing with your Sundays for the rest of the year?
Crying, waiting for football to come back on. I don't know.
More time with the wife. The wife loves it when football ends because now she gets Sundays with the husband. I don't get to. We don't like golfing on the weekends. That's how we're spoiled. Okay, we go golfing on Tuesdays when there's nobody out on the course.
Right.
So more time with the wife, more hiking for your boy, I guess.
I think baseball's coming around, though. Baseball is going to provide us some entertainment, the major leagues. And you could be a traditionalist all you want, but the numbers prove that the changes are working for the major league product. For me personally, I think the game's too fast, but you can't say that this day and age when we have 10-second TikToks going, or 10-second TikToks are too long to keep an attention span nowadays.
Professional baseball, 29 versus 1. Why don't they just take all the other teams and have to put their best players on a team and play the Dodgers? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they need to fix that one.
It's ridiculous.
It goes back to every team has the capability to do this. If you want,
don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. You have to have the money.
They have these owners that make $1 billion a year have the money. They make $300 million on TV contracts alone.
Whatever.
It is what it is. You have to.
Juan Soto is making more than the Kansas City Royals roster this year.
No, he's not, because we are back, baby. Bobby Baseball is back. But with baseball, if you want it to be competitive, you have to put a salary minimum on it, and because there's no incentive. Yeah. If you want to, you can run a business.
There are owners that don't care about winning.
No, it happens. You talk about the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pat McAfee belonged. Sell the team. Just sell the team.
Angels.
The A's. The A's were a competitive team in the 2000s and would not spend money. Did not care to spend money. It was all about turning a profit. In the NBA, the Clippers' old owner, who you know very well, it was your team,
Donald Sterling.
There you go. So there are teams that just want to make a profit and are in it for the business, and there's no incentive for them not to do that. We talk about the European soccer all the time. Their incentive is, if you want that Premier League money, you better play, because you go down to that second league and all of a sudden you're missing out on a lot. Yeah, they do. I wish.
Relegation would fix the NFL so quickly.
It would fix every
sport so quickly. Be like, Sixers, you want to pull this garbage? All right, you're going.
Here's the thing, too. The infrastructure's already there in major leagues with all the minor league systems they have. There's a lot of independent baseball leagues that nobody knows about. But anyway.
But yeah, that was all I had for you. I got we got one last little thing, and then we'll get out of here.
All right. He's raving. That's what we call Dave, and it's time for Dave's Diatribe. Dave, take it away.
So, did y'all catch the ABA All-Star game?
Wasn't it a tournament this year?
Or the slam dunk contest? Oh, my God.
bro, right now. You jumped over a car.
If you didn't catch those, did you catch the 3-point contest? Oh, NBA. Oh, my good Lord. What a bunch of prima donnas. What a bunch of spoiled millionaires. I'm not going to embarrass myself out there. So you have a bunch of no-names in the dunk contest that you've never have. You have to bring up a G League guy to win the dunk contest who doesn't actually play in the NBA. That 3-point contest, I could get off the couch and do better than half those people that were in that contest. Where is the talent in the NBA, in the 3-point contest and the dunk contest? This is embarrassing. I'm watching guys with 48-inch verticals watching the dunk contest, sitting on the sidelines over there. I'm like, get in there and do it yourself. But they're so embarrassed to fail. They don't want to be embarrassed that they're so scared to fail that they refuse to participate in these contests. Steph Curry doesn't need to do the 3-point contest anymore. We already know what that is. But there are other talented shooters in this NBA that just refuse to get out there and put themselves out there. It's a joke. The All-Star Game's a joke. The dunk contest is a joke. The NBA just needs to scrap this thing until they can figure out a better way to do it, because nobody watches. But what did they say? Charles Barkley was like, well, 1 out of 10, this is a 1. The All-Star Game. Like, that's how bad it is. Yeah, it's how bad it is. It's an embarrassment. So I'm glad that the NBA is getting a little more exciting and, whatever talked about, but the All-Star weekend, oh my God. One of my friends called me, you watching the All-Star Game? I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not watching this garbage. That was all.
The baseball's got the only good All-Star game. It was good before they put the World Series on. I don't think
NHL too, but
yeah. Well, but I don't watch NHL.
Yeah, like
it wasn't because of the strike, but after the strike, I just never got back into the NHL.
I know. But yeah, like I turn on Saturday nights. I like to watch the 3-point contest and the dunk contest. Oh my God. Whoa. Anyway,
well, okay, so
for us.
Probably the biggest mini game from the All-Stars is the home run derby, and I feel the same way. Like, I don't even. At some point, you've watched it enough.
Yeah, exactly. You get up back. Exactly.
There's 45 home runs in a round, a new record.
Oh, wow. Look at Mark McGwire go.
It's just is what it is.
But, yeah, folks, before we get out of here, I want to once again thank.
I have a question for you.
Oh, well, what do you go?
And I think I might have heard this somewhere, but I had a revelation about making the NBA game better. I might have heard this somewhere, but I was thinking about slow pitch softball. By the way, if you're in slow pitch softball, quit taking it so seriously. Don't start fights over slow pitch softball. You're literally taking
Don't start
batting
fights
practice.
over sports at all.
There you go. But it was a great idea because they have a cap on how many home runs you can hit. I think it's 4. I don't know. Our boys would know it better. And so you don't try to hit a home run unless the bases are loaded. So with basketball, why don't you just put a cap on how many shots actually count to 3 points per quarter? 10. Was 40 a good number? There's
been a lot of suggestions on how to fix basketball. I mean, I think the one solution is a solution they'll never do because it loses money, and that's shorten the season. Go from 82 games to 50 games and make sure every game is super important so Embiid gets his big butt out there and stops whining all the time.
Like you said, it's a cash grab.
Yeah, it's a cash grab. That's what. High school sports, baby.
Why is the NFL king 17 games? Every game means something.
It's a huge deal, yes. And basketball is just whatever. Like, again, you're lucky if you buy a ticket to an NBA game, you're lucky if your favorite player's on the floor. Because there's a good chance that he's not.
Exactly.
Well, like I said, before we get out of here, thank you to Sierra Vista Golf Center at Pueblo Del Sol. Come down here, get the Vista card. The driving range is free for another week. Come down here just to look at it. Hit a couple of balls. Even if you don't golf, come hit a couple of balls. But it's a blast. So thank you to Sierra Vista Golf Center, as always, for letting us do our show here and hosting us. Thank you, folks, very much. And we will see you in Buena on Friday. We'll get the first win out of 4 to bring us the state chip.
Absolutely. Thank you again to Synergy Home Care, Sierra Vista, providing non-medical home care all across Cochise County. If you struggle with activities of daily living, things that we take for granted in our everyday lives, transportation being a big one of them, call them today at 520-685-1035. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Cool FM Live. Stay tuned for the graphics of the All COCHISEAN going up on Cool FM Sports. Love everybody. For Dave Davies, I'm Paul Quarter. We will see you Friday for Buena.